Boy, it is hotter than the devil's attic out this motherfucker. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this, y'all. What's up, YouTube family? Got my AC off, got the car parked today, cause gotta do these videos, man. You know, until I move up. The video game analogy. I love this. Now this isn't something that I came up with myself. It's something I thought of, but I didn't get it from nobody else. But when I thought about it years ago, and I just recently started going on YouTube, I noticed other people also got this a video game analogy. You all know what an analogy is. I shouldn't have to explain that. If you're not, then motherfucker use Google. Goddamn, I don't know what else to fucking tell you. But a lot of people play video games. I don't have a video game system, or I probably would. There's only a few games I like. I like GTA. I like any Grand Theft Auto, actually. Mortal Kombat. I'll play any Mortal Kombat, especially Mortal Kombat 9, or they call it Mortal Kombat 9, but it's really just Mortal Kombat. The one with Freddy Krueger and shit. The one on PS3 with the babalities and shit. I love that shit. Video game addiction is real. There's people that play video games all the time. Constantly. You got these nerdy motherfuckers. They don't get no pussy. They live in their mama's basement. They don't have no fucking job. They're fat as fuck because they don't eat right. Or they're skinny as fuck because they don't work out and they don't eat right. They smoke weed all day, drink all day, and they play video games like it ain't shit. From sunrise to sunset, they're playing video games. Now, if you look at their character, let's look at GTA. This is one of the best analogies. I hate that word. This is one of the best analogies for video games. Because Grand Theft Auto, for those that played Grand Theft Auto before, you know, it's more like a real life simulation. I'm going to use like San Andreas and the newest GTA 5. I'm going to use those two as a good example. Okay. Like, let's look at the new GTA. Let's say you got a motherfucker that, like I said, ain't shit. You know, he's a fucking bum. He's living in his mama's basement. Ain't got shit to show for. He's playing video games constantly. He's playing GTA 5. That's everybody's favorite fucking game, apparently. So he's playing Grand Theft Auto 5, which is, for those that knows, very advanced. Very more advanced and way more detailed than the old ones. You know, like you could punch somebody in the leg, like you kick somebody in the leg and they're gonna, shit, and their fucking leg will break. You know what I mean? When you look at this fucking loser who's playing GTA all the time, look at his character on the video game. Who is Franklin, Trevor, fuck was the other guy, Michael, whichever character you play, I guarantee all three of those characters on his GTA are just beast mode. He's a fucking millionaire. They own a fucking yacht. These motherfuckers, they're pimps. They own their own strip clubs. I guarantee this motherfucker's Grand Theft Auto character is like the top dog. He probably owns the whole fucking world, got millions, billions of fucking dollars. He fucking owns every fucking weapon that you could possibly buy. He owns all the weapon stores. He fucking owns the police department. He runs gangs, all this shit. He's just a fucking boss in the video game world. But in his real life, he's a fucking loser. So, why is it so hard for people to look at a video game as like, I'm trying to be more positive with the tone in this video. Think of your life as a video game. And in no means am I saying look at your life as a game, because your life's not a fucking game. You can die on a video game, you'll come right back to life in the same spot, usually, or whatever checkpoint you was at. You know, you might lose a few dollars, just like on Grand Theft. You know, you might end up at the hospital, so you gotta go fucking travel back to your little safe spot. But that's it. But either way, I mean, you can't just die on Grand Theft Auto and never come back to life. Otherwise, you know, it wouldn't be no fun in playing that game. But there's a challenge. When you're playing a video game, there's always a fucking challenge. Your environment is trying to fuck you up. Look at real life, sort of like a video game. Hear me out. When you're playing Super Mario, your environment's trying to fuck you up. If you just stand there all day, something's gonna come along and touch you and make you die. If you playing Sonic and you just stand there, not only will he fall asleep, that little bug thing will come and shit out that little fireball thing and touch you and make all your fucking spikes fly around. So you got to move. You got to do shit. You know, look at Tetris. If you just sit there and just, you know, them little blocks is falling down. You can't, it's just like life and like time. The world is moving. You can't do nothing. You can't stop it. I mean, you can push pause, but that's not playing the game. We're talking about playing the fucking game here. The fucking blocks are going down. When they reach the top, boom, game's over. You lost. So you got to keep moving them things. I mean, you can hold the down button and make them go down faster. Or you can just do nothing at all and let them, eventually them motherfuckers is going to pile up. Bloop, 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 bloop. You lost. I guess that's the Super Mario sound. Bloop, 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 bloop. When you die. Ain't that what, you know, the old Super Mario. Bloop, 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 bloop. I used to hate that fucking, I heard that sound so much in my childhood. That's how much I fucking sucked at Mario, even though I love playing the game. But the point is, y'all, I'm going to give you one more example of just doing nothing. This is what happens when you do nothing in life. Just like in a video game, if you sit there and do nothing, something's going to come along and fuck you up. Or that timer's going to run out. When your time runs out, you die. Yo, like this is real life. When that timer runs out, you're dead. You're either an old man, you know, you're dead. You can't live past that timer clock. So, look at Grand Theft Auto. If you just sit there and do nothing, just like in real life, if you go stand in the middle of the fucking street, just stand there, something's gonna come along. A fucking crackhead is gonna try to rob you. A fucking stray cat or a dog will come piss on your leg. Something. A fucking raccoon gonna bite your fucking ankles. Something's gonna happen to you when you just stand. If you just go out in the middle of the street and just stand there, or you'll get arrested, or a fucking car will hit you. You got to maneuver and move through life like a fucking video game. How many people ever play Grand Theft Auto, any Grand Theft Auto, and you like just stood there? Or like you ever forgot to hit the pause button, or you had to go do something, you know, you had to go see your weed man, or you had to go make a run to the store, you had to go take a shower, something that you had to do. And instead of pushing pause, you just let your character stand there on Grand Theft Auto. What happens when you get back? Usually something happens. It's either some random lame motherfucking character sitting there punching on you, or the fucking cops done arrested you, or shit, you end up at the hospital because you done died. Something always happens when you're in Grand Theft Auto and you're not paying attention because your environment's trying to fuck you up. 50% of the environment's trying to kill you and destroy you and fuck you up. And then the other 50% is there to challenge you and to help aid you and make you better. Just like how you got the little coins on Mario and shit. You know, you lose life. You do things that cause you to lose life. You know, you lose health. You hit things, you touch too many spikes, or no, that's Sonic the Hedgehog, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? You touch them spikes and all them rings fall out. In order to get more health and more life, you got to get more rings. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, look at your score and the coins and shit as like a metaphor for like money. Or maybe your credit score. That can be your actual score in a video game. You want your numbers to be up, man. You want to win that game. Not only do you want to win that game, you want to beat everyone else's score. You want to get the top highest score. Well, you don't get the top highest score doing nothing or doing a bare minimum. No, motherfucker, when you play Grand Theft Auto, you're beating all the missions. You doing all the shit, you know what I'm saying? You making all the money. Now, I got sweat in my eye, it hurts real bad. Now, you can bullshit around. You know, when you play Grand Theft Auto, we all did that shit where we just shoot up the fucking city. We buy a bunch of guns, or we put in a fucking cheat code, which there's no cheat codes in real life. That's another thing. But let's just say there's no cheat codes in a video game. Let's say, you know, you're playing Grand Theft Auto. What happens when you go shoot up shit? Yeah, it's fun. The fucking cops come. If you get all 6 stars, it's 5 or 6, however, I can't remember. It's been that long since I played it. But like you get enough stars on Grand Theft Auto, the fucking military comes out with the tanks and shit. And sometimes you want to challenge to see how many people you can kill and how much of a rampage you can go on before the cops actually get you, or before they shoot your ass down or blow you the fuck up. But it's only but like I said, man, it's only so fun. You can only do that so many times. In real life, you can do that. You can wow out in real life like that if you want. You can try to see how many stars you can get in real life, but you're not going to get the results you want. I'm telling you, it's not going to be very beneficial to you. So you got to do things the right way. When you're playing Grand Theft Auto, eventually, I mean, listen, you can have fun. You got all the freedom you want. You can pick up prostitutes. You can shoot people. You can run. You can do whatever the fuck you want on Grand Theft Auto. But you're not going to get that far. You got to do the missions. You got to complete the task and actually go through the game and actually conquer things and actually do things the right way. Sometimes you got to do the missions without putting in cheat codes. Shit like that. You know, this is how it is. There was a game. Now, when you playing Grand Theft Auto, you're not going to go jump in the fucking water and drown yourself. No. Saying you're not going to do stupid shit. You're not going to jump right in front of a fucking car while it's moving. If they had cigarettes and alcohol, now they do got alcohol. You can drink on Grand Theft Auto, but you drink too much, you pass the fuck out. And then you wake up all fucked up. So it's just like real life, man. It's a perfect analogy. When you're out here doing fuck shit, man, fuck shit happens to you. When you're playing, let's say, I'm trying to think about this, man. I'm trying to give you like another little quick example. When you're what's that one game where the little fucking bumblebees going up? You can actually play this on San Andreas. But the little leaves, they keep moving. It's like no matter how much you move, the rest of the environment moves. So you gotta know where the fuck you're going. It's just like real life. San Andreas, on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, you gotta work out. You start off skinny as fuck. Remember, you gotta eat and you gotta work out. What happens when you don't work out? What happens when you just stand there all day without pausing the game and just he'll start losing weight and losing muscle. That was CJ was his name. You know, so you're not gonna do something to fuck yourself up in a video game. If they had cigarettes on Grand Theft Auto, motherfuckers will smoke them just for the fun. Hey, look, I can smoke a cigarette on the game. But what happens if your fucking health starts going down? What happens when you die every time you hit a puff of cigarette? You will never smoke a cigarette on Grand Theft Auto. So why the fuck do you do this shit in real life? There was a game called Metal Gear Solid, to all you young folks. It was on the first PlayStation, not PS1. There was no such thing as a PS1 then. It was just a fucking PlayStation. That 2, 3, 4, 5 shit didn't come to the PlayStation 2 was invented. So, but anyway, there was a game called Metal Gear Solid. This is one of the original, just adventure through games, man. This game was way ahead of its time. But they had a mission, a certain level where the character, I think his name was Snake, and he would smoke a cigarette. But when you smoke those cigarettes, it makes your health go down. So you would avoid smoking cigarettes on that game as much as possible unless you really had to. Unless it was like that one mission where you had to smoke a cigarette. Because even in the video game, smoking cigarettes made your health go away. So it's just like real life. Listen, man, to all you video game nerds out there, put the video games down for a minute. Listen, man, I'm not saying it's not okay to ever play video games. You know what I mean? Like shit, eventually I'm going to get me a system when I get time and I get out this 9-to-5 lifestyle where I can actually sit and play some games once in a while. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't be a fucking beast on the video game world, but be a fucking loser in real life. Treat your life like real life is serious. But challenge yourself like you would in a video game. Work out. You know what I mean? Shit, you got a good job. You want to get a better job. What do you do in a video game? You start at a low level and you level up. You want to beat level 2 so you can get to level 3. Man, you know what I mean? Sometimes you playing level 3 for shit months and months and you done broke the controller because I don't understand why I can't understand how to beat this level. And one day you finally figure out a trick to beat it because you keep going. When you on level 3 on a video game, you're not going to just give up and stop playing the fucking game. You at least want to see what level 4 looks like or what type of challenges level 4 has for you. But you're not going to know that in real life unless you level up, man. Go out there, kick ass, get a high score, and beat this level so you can get to the next level, and then you can win the game. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.